Good evening, class. So for this week, I got assigned opening statements. Opening statements, just like in real life, are a first impression, and just like in real life, they're as crucial, especially when you're standing in front of a jury while defending an individual that has supposedly committed a crime, or you're trying to convict of committing a crime. The purpose of an opening statement is for both the prosecutor and the defense to give an overview of the case, including what they're planning to prove and how they are going to prove it, or in other words, the evidence they will present during the trial. First, the prosecution gives the overview of the case, and then the defense will have their turn afterwards. In my personal opinion, this is not a fair procedure because before the trial begins, the jurors already have a mindset that the individual is there because he committed a crime. So by having the prosecution give the opening statement first will only make this mindset more reinforced for their opinion during the trial. Instead, by giving the defense the opportunity to go first, they might be able to give a more balanced playground during the trial. Apart from this, as explained by Hirschhorn in 1991, the opening statement is where the juror is more likely to make their mind or create their personal bias towards the outcome of the trial, depending on both how the prosecution and the defense present their case. For example, an opening statement filled with legal jargon or definitions might overcomplicate things and lose the interest of the jury and possibly affecting the end result of the trial. Judges are human, even though they're bound by the law to be unbiased. They still have personal ground rules in their courtroom, and a way that I think could improve this is by meeting beforehand with both the prosecution and the defense, establishing these ground rules, and this way mitigating objections and for the attorneys to know what boundaries not to push. Just like I said, judges have different boundaries or the latitudes to argue the case. I'm sorry. Just like I mentioned, each judge has different boundaries or the latitudes in their case given to the attorneys in their opening statement. I do not believe this is correct because at this point of the trial, an overview is to be presented, not an argument. They are not trying to prove the innocence or the guilt of an individual because there is no evidence presented at this moment. So I believe this notion of latitude shouldn't be given, and just avoiding boundary pushing from both sides of the courtroom.